Assalamu alaikum, you guys. I had a really good conversation with a friend today about perception. Everyone's perception is different, especially when it comes to one's own reality. I had a brother today kind of shame me, but it also made me think as well about my financial situation. How there are a lot of people that have less than me, but at the same time, I feel like I could be doing better. I know that I could be doing better. However, when it comes to the American colonizers and the American culture, it can be very difficult. I hear some TikTokers saying like they have two, you know, not two parent households, but two incomes, right? And they're still struggling to make it. And here I am, a solo parent with two little kids, and I'm doing the best that I can. And I make a lot less than those people that have two incomes. But then again, I am making more than a lot of people that have nothing, right? That don't have a great education, that don't speak the language, and just are struggling to make it because either one, maybe their husband or themselves got laid off. There's a myriad of reasons. So when he kind of shamed me today, in my mind, I'm like, okay, there's a million reasons why, not excuses, because I don't make excuses for myself, but a lot of reasons why I'm not I haven't been able to reach the level of success that I want to reach, but I am going to get there because I have a mind of determination, and my heart is, I'd like to think that my heart is always in the right place, when it comes to being intentional and activating my power. I do that a lot. I've learned to transmute the negative energy over the years and really take back my power. And that has really been instrumental in my life to where when I fall, I can get back up. And that's what's happened to me here in Memphis. I came here for a purpose. It didn't work out as I thought that it would. And I had to start all over again with two kids. And when I say start all over again, I had to buy a vehicle. I had to find a place to stay, all within a month's like maybe six weeks time. And it was very challenging. And pulling myself back up mentally was even a harder challenge because I have to be present and focused on my job. I have to be present and focused for my children because I'm all that they have. And when you are activating that kind of power and operating on a high frequency all the time with no one to replenish you but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it can be very challenging. And I want you guys to know that no matter what your situation is, to always be grateful. I was on my way here to Trader Joe's, and I'm at Trader Joe's about to go grocery shopping. And I went to the halal market to get some meat. And I know with fibromyalgia, and I've talked to you guys about my fibromyalgia before, that it's different for everybody, right? It depends on your blood type. It depends on your environment, and just the person that you are. And for me, I have to scale back on eating meat. But for my children, sometimes they want to have chicken strips or chicken nuggets or spaghetti with meatballs or just spaghetti sauce with meat. And we have to eat halal. And with us having somewhat of a similar diet, but with children, their needs are a little bit more than a full adult because they're still growing mentally, physically, right? And so I I've scaled back a lot on like buying fast food, stuff like that, because it's just trash food, you guys. It's trash food, and when you know better, you do better. So, I make my kids chicken strips. I make my own chicken nuggets. Like a lot of the things that I have to make myself at home, and it takes a lot of time to do that. If you can imagine, if you are a mother out there and you know, I mean, I've heard the 17 diaper stories, and it's like it's not much more different than being a solo parent when you're doing it all, when you're wearing so many hats and you don't have anyone else to depend on but the Most High. And I was on my way to Trader Joe's. I tried to go to the halal market. They didn't have what I needed. I'm like, okay, that's just God telling me that I need to spend my money on, better items. So I'm navigating my way to Trader Joe's, the only one that's in my city. And it doesn't take me the way that it usually takes me. It took me around a different route. And alhamdulillah, I got to see a part of Memphis that I've never seen before. That's so beautiful and so amazing. The trees, the houses. And I got to thinking even deeper. I'm like, that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling me to be grateful for everything that he has blessed me with, even the small things. So again, I was talking to my girlfriend today about that, and she has a house and I live in an apartment. And, her toilet had a leak in it today. And she was like, oh my God, it's just one thing after the next. I feel like I can't catch my breath. And I felt that deep in my heart, and I felt for her because my mom goes through the same thing in Las Vegas with her situation in her house. And I'm like, alhamdulillah, I live in an apartment. At least when something breaks down, I can call the maintenance guy. I can call the leasing office and speak to the office manager, or I can go online on the portal and put in a maintenance request, and the maintenance guy comes and fixes whatever I need to be fixed. Now granted, sometimes I have to wait a while, sometimes it happens quickly, but alhamdulillah, at least I know that it's going to be fixed and that I don't have to pay for it. That's not an extra expense out of my pocket. And I'm like, that's something to be grateful for. And I got to thinking on my ride over here, I'm like, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that we need to pay attention to the signs. And I feel like he sends us so many signs and we tune them out. We're not paying attention. We're not tapped in. And I'm even more tapped in than I have been before. I've been eating my raw vegetables and fruits. I've been sun gazing and sunbathing and getting my exercise and doing my, my mindful meditation and doing recitations of the Quran and praying my salah with great intention and doing my dhikr and all the remembrances of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even then, sometimes I still feel like I'm not doing enough, but it's these little instances like this that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instills in my heart and inspires my heart that I am on the right path, that I am doing the right thing, and to keep my mind positive and keep my mind focused on the goal. Never lose sight of my goal, because everyone's perception is going to be different. I can tell my story to someone and they see it differently than what I see. They see the blessing, right? And I see the challenge. And alhamdulillah, I thought about that and I was like, Allahu Akbar. Thank you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for opening my eyes, for, widening my lens, my vision to see the bigger picture. Alhamdulillah, that I need to be grateful for every little thing. And I don't have to tell that brother the whole story on why this, and this is happening and what I have to do to make ends meet. That's none of his business. I'm going to let people believe whatever they want to believe about me and move on with my day, because I know in my heart that I'm doing the best, my level best. And as long as I wake up every single day with love in my heart, appreciation and gratitude for my life to the one and only true God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and know that I'm blessed. Everything, alhamdulillah, right? Everything, alhamdulillah. And I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for what I have today. So I just wanted to share that little insight in case someone else is having, that moment where someone made them feel bad or scrutinized them about their situation and made them feel a little down on, their challenge in life. Even though they're doing their level best, keep going. No matter what anybody says, it's not their story to tell. Everybody has their own, challenges in life. We may not even see them. Those people that live in those big, beautiful houses and have all that money, they may be struggling to keep it. We don't know what's going on inside their houses, right? Glass houses, right? And I just be grateful for everything and know that as long as you have enough for today, you're blessed. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Peace and blessings.